So 2022 is upon us. We're here, it's a new year. It's time to try some new things. Is stock assets the way to go? And what are the best sites? What are ones that I recommend? So Motion Array gave me a subscription. I wanted to give it a whirl, see if it was worthwhile. So let's give it a go. So if you don't know my channel, usually I'll do gear reviews, talk a lot about cameras, different systems, what they're used for, lenses, and everything in between. But today I wanted to talk about what type of assets we use for production, why stock elements and stock assets make such a big impact in timing, budget, and everything else, and what I use to get these projects done. So using Motion Elements will give you that ability to be flexible, to help you with your budget, your timing, and an array of content to use. Get it? Array, Motion Array. I'll bring you to the beginning. For me, stock elements or using stock sites have always felt a little bit kind of like cheating, and I felt guilty about using stock elements. As my career progressed, I started using stock more and more. Not that we don't do shoots, but there's things that we're repeating over and over and over again. And that stuff takes time. So specifically if we're shooting something or we need something and there's a lot of locations, sometimes the budget doesn't allow for it, but the story itself fits perfectly. So that's where stock comes in. Usually what I'll do is we'll come up with the story, script it out, start storyboarding. As I'm storyboarding, I'll do my research, look through the stock site, see what available assets I have, and kind of work from there. Now that's for certain scenarios. We'll use stock for titling, stock for some effect plugins, some transitional plugins. You guys already know what stock sites have to offer. What is so different about this particular site? So what is Motion Array? Basically, it's an unlimited download marketplace for all the video making needs. They have over 80,000 premium quality templates, stock videos, music, and anything in between that'll help you create that content and be fast and furious, and also be able to keep it within a budget. They have amazing plugins for Premiere Pro, and they provide incredible transitions and effects. This stuff will elevate exactly what you're doing, and that's the whole point of it. You want to make your videos a little bit different, and I know folks will think about stock sites, well, if I used it, somebody else has. It's really about how you mix and match this stuff and how you customize what you're working on that makes a huge difference in how to use stock elements. So Motion Array is a membership-based platform. You can sign up for a month or a year, and then pretty much that's it. You can download everything that exists within the site. Now you can cancel anytime. So for a monthly subscription, you're gonna be paying $29.99 a month, or for a year, it's $249.99. Now, it's obviously cheaper to do it for the year, but if you just wanna try it out and get your hands into it, you can do it for that $29.99 a month for a specific project if you need it. Now, this is all standard universal licenses, which covers like advertising, YouTube monetization, sports programming, social media marketing, broadcast television, live events, company communications, feature films, nonprofit communications. So I think a lot of people have the question of, if I'm going to use this and we produce a spot and we're using it on social and all these different elements, you know, am I covered? Well, you are. If you bought it while you or you downloaded it while you created this project and you had your membership, then you're completely covered. Once your membership ends or you decide to end the membership, you can't reuse those assets after the fact, but they are good for that project, so you're good to go. I wouldn't worry about that. And that's the thing that I think about a lot. Like, think about the type of lawsuit that can come to an agency, a company, a freelancer, and someone's going to chase you down and say, hey, do we have rights to use this? Well, you do. You can read more details about all the licensing and what it covers, but basically once you're a member and you bought those assets, they're yours to use for that particular project in that period. So that makes me feel really, really good. So I wanted to use a sample project. I came up with a concept for a bank. I wanted to make it feel branded. I decided to go with this kind of like yellow branded bank, and it wanted to find assets that really work together. Now, again, there's a million assets out there. It's what I put together and how I tell my story that's going to be different. So it doesn't matter if, you know, you shoot some of it and then want to kind of do some pickups and use some stock elements for that, or you want to do the whole thing in stock. For this approach, I just wanted to use stock video elements to see if I can create this project with the music from Motion Array and some video from Motion Array, maybe some font usage in an intro and an outro, and an After Effects template to create some sort of like card or credit card coming in at the last spot. So we'll take a look at that, and as far as timing, I can break it down what it would be if we had to actually produce this, shoot this live action situation, casting and everything else, the costs that are associated to that, and then having something like this where we're using this across channels, whether it's on air, social, or anywhere else, just to see if it's worthwhile. Again, Motion Array offers a lot of different aspects. It's got, backdrops if you want to use specifically for video. You've got green screen elements, you've got some compositing things that you can use there. The plugins are pretty great. These are all things that, is a lot of rinse and repeat in our business. So if you are going to take the time and redo it over and over again, you're going to be wasting a lot of time, a lot of budget. And if you are doing this commercially, you want to obviously think about that when you use these elements. The bottom line is I got to really kind of like go through it, see what kind of elements I had, think of all the different scenarios I've had in the past and if they have things to cover it. And I would say for the majority they do. This is going to be a great platform. I really like the fact that Artlist and Artgrid are part of this company, and they have amazing music. I do use other stock sites as well. I won't mention some of the big ones, but they don't have audio. Some of the video is really weak right now. So this is giving me an opportunity and a platform to be able to download and get all those assets, play with them, get an idea how I'm going to tell my story, and then be able to download them and not worry about the licensing issue. Overall, the site was intuitive, really easy to use, nice search functionality, and like I said, I think they're growing day by day. Right now they have a lot of content, so give it a go and let me know what you think about it. So Motion Array, thanks so much for letting me have the subscription. Really enjoying using the platform, and I really like the fact when companies kind of grow and they support the creative community, so I appreciate that about Motion Array. And thanks again for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Please follow, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.